Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 12 of our Sengoku Dynasty Let's Play. We did unlock the steel forging at the end of last episode, but we didn't get to play with it at all. So today, we're going to journey back to the village so that we can get smithing with some steel. And we might be able to skip over steel entirely and go straight to masterwork. I'm not entirely sure yet. I did notice some masterwork recipes unlocked. I don't know what they require yet, though, so we'll definitely tinker with that some. We're also going to try to get some materials together and finish up some of the last projects around on the map. And just try to keep that grind going for Dynasty level 21. So, that being said, if you learn anything useful or if you have a good time today, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. Alright, now I did do some research at the end of our last stream and noticed that I am not the only one having problems with Dynasty people's happiness. And somebody mentioned that if we check in Dynasty, that these have sliders. Okay. So for some reason when you load a new game, they're all defaulting to rationed, which is why everybody's getting pissed. So we're going to shift them all back over just by clicking on the smiley face. You can swap these however you need to. So we're going to switch all of these over to happy, and that should eliminate the problem. We'll see what happens, but in theory, that is what was going on. I don't know when they added those sliders actually functioning for anything. It had to have been one of the most recent patches because we were fine up until yesterday's stream. I was hoping we'd get just a little bit more damage out of that. We almost ate it. We're going to use some of our coins to fast travel back home to the village. I'm just going to start calling that fast traveling. Alright. So here we are. We shouldn't be able to do anything with this, yep. But we should have some new buildings to play with. So let's see. Still no trees. Fantastic. So buildings, nope. We want to start with furniture for production buildings for the smithy. And we want to get a Tatara up. Because that is going to be where we make our steel. Okay, so that's going to have to be inside, it looks like. I don't know. Seriously? Can we put it outside? Is that not a thing? Furniture grid is already occupied. I don't understand why it's giving us such a hard time here. Another object is blocking placement. Furniture grid is already occupied here. So are we just not going to be allowed to use this? Is that what's going on? It's almost like there's nowhere big enough to put it. Okay, so let's work on moving some stuff. We put that there, and then we move that over one. We can put the charcoal kiln outside. No, apparently we can't. Okay. Can we put the logs somewhere close? Let's do one of those. That's still not really going to give us the space that we need, is it? Can we put you inside? Wrong grid, so this has to go outside. This is problematic, guys. Yeah. Can we turn this into a normal wall? Would that give us an opportunity? I don't know. I don't know how to jigger this to get it to work. Furniture grid is already occupied here. And we are getting that in every possible spot. Can we put you outside? We can put you outside. So we can do one of those. Like that, maybe? Let's see. There we go. Oh. Okay, so that was... You're gonna have to put this outside to get this to work. That is absolutely insane. But okay. Because we can't even change this to a wall, can we? I would love to have that up against a wall, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to get it to work the way that I want it to. So we need 20 stone and 20 clay, both of which we have. I thought we had the clay. How did we go through so much clay so fast? It's required in maintenance. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to have to go on a little bit of a clay run, it looks like. I should probably eat something. At least we can get the rocks in here. I don't know that we can go on a clay run unless we can actually make a shovel now. Because we don't have a shovel anymore. Ours broke. And they ate through all of our clay for maintenance, and it is still locked. I'm thinking that the shovel... Oh, shit, says the comma and the hoe. We're gonna have to buy a shovel. I'm wondering if the other village will have a shovel. The mining village. It's possible, I suppose. Okay, so we got the adds. We can put them in storage and get him cracking. And we can put these planks into storage as well. Are they used as well for maintenance? They are also used for maintenance. And they ate through all of our firewood and a bunch of our other wood shit all the way down to here. That is absolutely insane. The amount of resources that these guys are using is ridiculous. Okay, we need 520. Okay, so 520 divided by 4 is 130 firewood. Minus our 30, so we need 100 more. Which means we need 20 logs worth of firewood just for this. You're killing me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. $17, 18. So we're going to need 2 more after this. I misclicked. So, yeah, changing those things over, the rations went from regular amounts to absolutely astronomical amounts for resource usage. But hopefully people should be on the upswing instead of the downswing for their happiness. So for those of you that have joined us since I said something, I found a post that was talking about if you go into jobs over here, when you load a game, these all default to the orange. And as you can see, these are much lower values. But that's why everybody's happiness was tanking. So every time you load your game, you're going to have to check and move these back to the green. Because now we're using quite a bit more food. Quite a bit more water. We don't have enough water. Which means the amount of wood that they're pulling in out of one of those is not enough. We are going to need to make sure that we get somebody assigned to that other village's wood thing that we built out in the middle of nowhere. Up by the other iron processing plant. We're going to have to assign somebody to that to get in more wood, or we are just not going to have enough. Because it takes... Yeah, with the shovel and the comma and all that being locked, that is incredibly problematic for us. We can't really gather clay. We're in a tight spot. We're going to see what we can do to cheese our way out of it. We are nothing if not creative people. So let's see what we can do to work around the problems that we have. Let's go ahead and cook up all of this meat, though, because they are definitely going to need it. And we will take this fat with us over there and try to buy a shovel from the town in the northeast. And we are going to try to see if we can't find somebody to go to the other woodworking hut to get more logs, because we just actually cannot keep up with what we've got. And we haven't even gotten into the maintenance items, which is where all of our clay disappeared to in the first place. So we had an entire iron shovel's worth of clay, which was quite a lot. I mean, we had 6 stacks at one point. And it has all gone to the maintenance cost of that. So let's come check out the charcoal kiln, because we haven't really dealt with that. Oh, it uses firewood, because of course it does. Why would it use something like logs? Because charcoal is totally not made by piling up logs and putting clay over the top. Alright, so we'll throw 20 of this in there and see how much charcoal it actually makes. I'm hoping it's a 1-to-1, but realistically that's not likely. Because I'm pretty sure that we're going to need some when we finish this guy, so that we can make steel. You're not even going to add the... Okay, it might actually be a 2-to-1. Which means firewood is not the ideal thing to burn for heating. If it makes 2-to-1 from firewood, so firewood is already doubling the amount of heat production from your logs. So if charcoal is doubling the amount of firewood and giving you an increase in heating value, then charcoal is probably the thing to burn for heat. So we will see about that. We might just need to keep this engine cranking. But I do need to go buy a shovel so that we can start getting steel made. Because I completely forgot that we were still trying to make axes so that we had more wood from that other place. So let's do 4 of these. We've still got that. Probably another stack of iron's not going to hurt. Okay, axes. So let's go ahead and make 4. What is that? That is... Oh, okay. So we can buy that. That's not going to hurt anything. And we will sell these. Perfect. And then beggar number 2. I did not mean to talk to you. I meant to trade with you. You do not. Oh, you're the one that we hit first. Okay. Oh, hey, do you count as medical items? Nope, you count as a beverage. You are just tea leaves, not actual tea. That is awkward. Oh, some bamboo. Let's buy the bamboo too. We've got so much fat that it's not going to hurt anything. I mean, it only took 8 to replenish what we just spent, so... We'll buy the fur too, just cause. Clay! Now we don't have to go buy a shovel. That just saved us a hell of a trip. I am super glad that we looked before we left. We may still wind up going, but it's not going to be right away. So now we can get the Tatara finished. There we go. So, what do we actually need to get our production of... We need iron and a shit ton of charcoal. Oh my god. Well, we're just going to keep feeding this thing to make charcoal, I guess. Alright, now how much is this going to make if we take 20 iron and 40 charcoal? Is it a 1-to-1? Oh, it is horrifically slow. Alright, we'll check back in with that. We're not going to sit here for the whole thing. So yeah, we really don't have enough fur for this either. Where did all the fur go? There were at least... Oh, okay, there it is. I was gonna say, there was at least another stack of fur in here. So what's the fur used for? Heating! Of course it is. Of course it is. So they've been burning all of our resources this whole time. Although at a reduced rate because we didn't know about the making them happy bit. So that's something. But we are going to need that leather to make the masterwork equipment. So, and we definitely want the masterwork equipment. It's going to be better than the average steel, I'm assuming. So we need planks, which come from wood storage, dumbass. And we're going to go ahead and make ourselves... Ooh, do we want a simple katana, guys? Or do we want to go for the masterwork spear? I feel like the spear is going to be more useful for reach reasons. But I'm kind of curious about the difference in damage. Oh! So we can't make the masterwork spear yet for some reason. But it did say that we can make the masterwork adze. What about axe? And axe. But not the pickaxe. What a strange... Or the knife. What a strange unlocking mechanic. I don't understand why some things unlocked and others did not. I have no earthly clue what they were thinking. I guess we're just going to chalk that up to early access because that was not well thought through at all. But at least that answers our question on this. Now what's it take to make the katana? We're going to need more steel. 3 more steel. We've got 2. I would definitely like to get some masterwork tools, to be completely honest. Okay, so what's the difference in damage between this guy? So it's 45, and this one's 20. So it's more than double the damage using the steel spear as opposed to the iron spear. That's going to go in the armory storage, I think. We'll keep this one as a backup, even though it's partially damaged. So how do you look? It's really hard to see how anything looks in the dark, so we will take another peek of that during the daytime. Their unlock is just bizarre. We can make a masterwork adze. We can make a masterwork axe. We can't make a masterwork hammer. We can't make a masterwork knife. We can't make a masterwork pickaxe or spear. We still can't make a hoe at all. We can't make a kama at all. We can't make a shovel at all. We can make a simple katana. I want to see what the damage on the katana is. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like it for reach reasons, but I want to at least see what the damage is. 75 versus 45. Sold. Sold. That's another... So, if we take the 45 of this spear and the 20 of this spear, that's still only 65, and this is 75. So this is going to do an obscene amount of damage compared to even the spear. So hopefully we will be able to one-shot anything that we deal with and not have to worry about the fact that it has terrible reach because they'll already be dead, in theory. That's the plan, at least. We shall see how it works out in practice. Unfortunately, that sets us back for tools. That means that we can't get the masterwork tools right away like I was hoping. We're going to have to wait for that a little bit. Let's see about... We don't have enough bark. We need another two. So let's see if we can't get over to Iwasaki and trade some of our stuff for some shovels. And possibly grab some more iron while we're there. That's probably not a bad idea. I should probably grab enough stuff to make a steel pickaxe. That is all that we have for steel. Okay. So we need another stack of iron. And we need another stack of charcoal. Okay. Now the problem with using all of our charcoal is we actually do need it for fire as well. So we're going to have to put some back. Okay, that's alright. So we have 1 steel on us. Did we throw any extra steel in here? I don't think we did. I think we already went through all the steel that we had. That is not a good sign. Okay, so that's 30 health, and those are health, so that's something. So how much of the iron does it take to make steel here? Let's look at this and see if we can figure out how many steel we'll get from a full cycle. It's almost done. We're going to get 10 steel per cycle. That is unfortunate. Okay, so steel. But I feel like if we don't leave the village now, we're not going to get to leave this season. And then we're going to be right back at square one. Yeah, they absolutely went way too far in the other direction. It was almost too easy to maintain your village, and now it is insanely difficult for one person to juggle all of this. I mean, we're looking at one person grabbing logs for us. One villager assigned to logs is we're using more than what they're pulling in logs per season just for heat, not even for anything else. So the balance has shifted. It's swung way in the wrong direction. They needed to take it a couple of ticks, not all of the ticks. Okay. Come on, merchants, what you got for me? Somebody's got to have a damn shovel. You got cut stone. You have a shovel. You do. I'll take it. Buy my fat. It looks like he still has a bunch of torches from the last time we visited him. You know what? In the interest of saving that shovel as long as possible, let's also buy his clay. So we don't really need the clay itself anymore, I don't think. We don't have anything that we need to make that requires clay at the moment. The reason that we want his clay is for the extra points. It gives you more points than... this one's just a food seller, which is still going to be kind of important. Oh, that's 95 towards meals. We might have to start trying to cook actual... That's 140 towards meals. I would really like to be able to actually cook meals. That would be fantastic. Well, I got rid of a chunk of our fat, so all that's just going back to the village for food for them. I'm hoping this one's got a shovel too, but we shall see. Probably not likely. They don't tend to double up. We already visited you. Where's the other one? There were 3 of you, I thought. You're the food vendor. Were there only 2? That's depressing. Well, we got a shovel. It's better than nothing, I suppose. I would like to hit up the iron mine for just a little bit of iron, if nothing else. I also kind of want to see what's respawned since we were here last. As remember, in the bandit mine, that stuff respawned after a year, but it was for some reason not actually tangible. We could walk through the models. So I want to see if anything in here respawned that is actually usable. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good at all. Okay. Well, we've got this stuff up here, but we didn't actually go this way on our first trip, so that's upsetting a little bit that the iron doesn't seem to be respawning either. So we are almost all the way through this pickaxe already. Yeah, none of this stuff came back. It's just a whole lot of empty tunnel. That's a problem. So we're going to scramble and get as much as we can out of this on our way through. Just because steel is taking... So we're only going to get half of our iron count towards steel. Wait a second, I had another iron pickaxe? I knew I had a steel one. I apparently had another iron one sitting somewhere. Oh, that's stone. I don't want to waste pickaxes on stone. Stone. Yeah, see, that looks like it respawned, but it didn't. It's not actually there. Very much. But at least we have some options there, and we haven't completely cleaned out the bandit cave either. So there's some options there as well. Well, I guess there is a bit more than what I thought in here. Did we? Great, our meat rotted. Can we eat this? Will that? Yep. Ideally that was for selling, but I guess better eat that than let it go to rot, right? I can't imagine. Just the idea of eating straight animal fat makes me nauseous. I absolutely love animal fat in with my food, because it's where a lot of the flavor comes from. But, just to eat it straight like that is... yeesh. But I guess needs must and all that. So we should probably harvest some of the wood along the way so that we don't just completely clear cut around the project. That way, once we get there and get as much thrown in as we can carry, we can still cut around the project to finish it off. How far is it to Riverton? Not super bad. I was kind of hoping we'd see an animal or three. Oh, we don't have any food storage in Riverton, though. That's the downside. Because we never planned to have anybody live there. Which means that all of those meals that I grabbed, we're not going to be able to throw into storage over there. That's alright. We'll make do. We always do. What, did he just spawn in right there? What the hell? He's just going to walk up into our storage like it's not a thing. Is he taking our items? Come on, I want to see how this works. Hey-cha! Really well. Although he'd already taken 2 arrows, so any kind of damage would have probably killed him, but... so... we're going to drop these sticks and at least take his iron knife, because that's good. I would like to take his sake too, but not enough to drop anything that we have, so... So the swing on that thing is fast. I am very happy with how that works. The reach has me a little worried, but for the amount of damage output that it says that it gives, I think it's going to be worth it anyway. So this bridge is done. That's being built. I don't even know what that is. So we're going to head down here. I believe that's a watchtower and that's a large bridge. I was hoping that there was another small bridge, but we'll see. We'll just head south and see what there is to see. I would really like to encounter a pig. Unfortunately, most of its resources are going to go to waste, but I want to see how the katana fares against a pig. Ah, well, got my wish. Wow. Okay, spears for pigs. Some of that was me not being great, but it was very difficult to hit him. And unfortunately, we are now all the way back in the damn village. And I do need to reiterate that this game is still in early access, so while I am frustrated with the current state of things, it is by no means a reflection on the end product. And I am still having a good time, or we wouldn't still be playing. So, I mean, negativity aside, it's not awful. It's frustrating in areas, particularly if you're playing by yourself like we are right now. But it is still an early access game, and it does have quite a bit of promise. It really does. I just hope that they can deliver on it. I am hoping to see it like Medieval Dynasty one day. Because Medieval Dynasty really, really came through. I played that game when it was still not fully released. It still wasn't 1.0. And it was fun then. And there was quite a bit to it. But now that it is fully released, every complaint that I had about it has been more or less fixed. So I'm hoping that they do the same with this. And it's hard to say whether they will or will not, because while Toplitz is the producer, they are not the developer. And the two games are made by two different developers. So we shall see. But I hope that they hold it to more or less the same standards that they did Medieval Dynasty. I think that would be amazing in its end state. I don't know why it's stopping swinging the hammer again. Sometimes it's fine and sometimes it's not. Okay, so rocks, we only had 15. We still need quite a few rocks. We don't have any sticks. I guess we do have sticks. And of course the watchtower does in fact take straw. So we are going to have to go home to get some of the materials for this. Because I really don't want to handcraft 200 straw out in the middle of friggin' nowhere when I know that we have it in storage at home. There we go. We got our 150. So let's go finish that guy off and get somebody assigned to it, because that's going to take 3 seasons to build. And then we can go ahead and start on one of those small bridges, or possibly the large bridge. I don't know how many people the large bridge is going to take, but it probably can't hurt to get that guy going either. So basically all that we have left now is to get to Dynasty level 21 for the last of the unlocks. And hopefully some of that stuff that's still locked will actually unlock. I don't know how much of it is going to be tied to the unlocks that came with the buildings that we can't currently get. So we'll have to see. But that'll put us at the end of the current content once we hit Dynasty level 21. So we are probably still another episode or 2 away, because it is going to take 1.5 years for that one up in the northeast corner to build. These ones down here, 3 seasons for the watchtower that we're building. I have no earthly clue how long the large bridge is going to take. I can't imagine it taking as long as a watchtower, but it's probably not going to be a single season either. I would bet it's probably going to take 2 seasons. If the small bridge only takes 1. I would be very surprised if it also only takes 1. It's not to say... And I did put out that post requesting game ideas, whether we want to go back to Medieval Dynasty for Season 2 in the Valley, or if we want to start a new game. So that post is up if you want to weigh in. We have enough people that are watching regularly now that I really, really want you guys to have some say in what we do. So... that's one of the first opportunities that we're offering now, is to have a say in where we go from here. So if you want to comment somewhere, or preferably on the post, but if you comment on a video, that's fine too. But just weigh in as to what you would like to see happen next, and we will go from there. I feel like this isn't really a great spot for a watchtower. I mean, you've got a bit of a view out that way, but most of your view is going to wind up being blocked by trees. So there's our rocks, and there's our straw. Now we can assign somebody to it. Should only be a single. Yep. And oh, poop. We need to do this via the builders. Okay, so you don't... Ya doesn't have a job. So Ya is going to get the current builder at the watchtower special project. Oh, nope, that watchtower's already got one. Assign. Okay, there we go. So 80%, next season 105%. Okay. So he'll only put 80% towards it at season change, and the rest will be the next season, I guess? I don't understand how that gauge is working. So let's go down and at least get the project for the large bridge started, as we are running a little bit short on time for this stream. But I would like to at least get it up and started, if not finished. And I don't think we have enough materials to actually finish it. And we did bring enough bamboo for it, and we've got stone. I think we have everything that we need to finish this aspect of it. It's the filling of it that's going to be problematic. Have you tried talking to the mine workers to see if you can unlock anything else? So they did say that they assigned... I have spoken to almost all of the slaves in the village, I believe. I think I've spoken to everybody in the village. I'm not entirely sure, though. But they did say... Oh, my God. So this is another massive project like the other one. The, what's it? What? I had planks on me. Where did they go? Oh, they went to building the thing. Right. Okay, so there's our 300 straw that we have back at the village. I am actually going to screenshot this so that we know what we need to gather from the village, because that is a lot of materials. The stones alone are going to be absolutely ridiculous. They did say that the unlocks for the mine and whatnot, for those of us that started day one, you could talk to the guy for the quest, for the sick guy with mushrooms, to get them. The problem is he disappears at the end of the season when you complete the quest. So those of us that started day one, he was gone before we realized, well, before they patched it to where we could get those unlocks. So they will be adding in another person. Well, they'll be attaching it to a different person, they said, in the next patch. But currently, for our current gameplay, we are kind of screwed until that patch comes out, as far as unlocking those things. Now, anybody that's started their game since then should be fine, since the first patch came out. But for those of us that started day one, we kind of got the shaft as far as that goes. Did I get 200? I did. So we have 9 left. 100 sticks, 240 planks. Are you kidding me? This takes more than the big project. Okay, I might work on this one outside of stream, guys, just because of how much we're going to have to actually farm for this. It's going to wind up taking an entire stream just to get these materials together, I think. So it is about that time anyway of the night when we normally stop. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop now, and I will work tomorrow when I have some free time before stream on getting the rest of these materials put into this guy, because this is astronomical, especially considering we can't take anything out of... You can build the shed to add Dynasty storage containers on it too. Oh! I thought that was only private containers. I didn't realize that you could actually do... Let's, So yeah, when you look at the description, it just says oh, no, now it does say personal or Dynasty. It used to just say personal. Okay, that is actually a fantastic tip, Cedric. Thank you. That is going to say... Oh, but you have to have a bell here. Uh-huh. Must be placed near your own town bell or village. So, I might do that as well. We'll see, though. That's going to be something that I do off stream to get this guy filled up. But we are well on our way. We only have this to build and assign people to, and then these two, and then we have all of the projects accounted for. We're just passing time at that point. So, but it is that time of the night, guys, so if you learned anything useful or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. And please don't forget to weigh in on what we want to, where we want to go after we are finished with Sengoku Dynasty, because we've only got a handful of episodes left before we're done. So, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time.